So my question for you would be, I'm a parent. I'm a little concerned about, my teenager. What do you, from your experience, what are avenues that people can reach out to for resources? Like, what do you advise? You're dealing with kids all the time. So what do you advise parents?
I just want parents to go back to the basic.
Okay.
We're all looking for something big and something great we need. The basic is the family tie, right? The family connection. We have lost, we are saying, a lot of people say now, we're so connected, but at the same time, we're so disconnected.
Yeah.
So the connection inside the family is missing in many, many families. And when I say connected, genuine connection, right? We can't have devices all over the household, right? We have to get rid of it and really have meaningful. Secondly, connection comes through meaningful conversation. Why I did what I did is I never had meaningful connection with or conversation with anyone. The one person that showed me also took advantage of me. You see? So to me, that's the basic of any child's success is, do they have a strong connection? Can they turn to someone for genuine conversation? I'm not talking conversation. We talk, right? Genuinely, can they open up without being judged? If they have that, nobody can do anything to them. But we don't have that anymore. More and more and more in this world. We're here now in so much growth in human race, but the fundamental of just having genuine conversation is missing. It's gone. And people are asking, how can I fix this relationship? Conversation. That's the purest element you can ever have. There's nothing going to replace that. They can look everywhere. They won't find anything better than that. So if you're worried about your teenager, ask yourself, have I had genuine conversation? Would my teenager would come and tell me that something is going on? My son would, because I could, he was ready to, he was with the wrong crowd last year. I knew he wasn't looking right. When your kid doesn't look right, Can you have a conversation with him? I did.
What was that like? Would you mind sharing that?
Yeah.
Like, I'm curious. Because you've gone through it, so how do you address it in your family dynamic?
Yeah, so I asked him, is everything okay? How's your friends doing? He's drinking. His friend was drinking at that time, heavily into, this is 15-year-old, fully drunk. So where are you getting the drink from? Who bought you all of this? Like, all these questions started to come. But before that, I do have a good relationship with my son.
So it wasn't an interrogation?
No. This is not at the time of the incident. We always talk. We always had conversation. I always would ask about his friends. So this is a relationship building, right? I'm not just coming at 15-year-old and say, who are you hanging out with? What are you drinking? Right. He always knew to tell me that. So that's when he told me, we have been trying weed. Weed is the biggest problem right now for teenagers. If they touch that at the wrong age, their whole mind becomes zombie. I can't tell you how much damage it's doing to these youngsters. They don't want to do anything. They're unmotivated. They're like, whatever. I have a test coming up. Whatever. It's not good for them. It's not good for, I don't know who's good for. I mean, there's medical things that are happening. People, it's good for pain and all that, but it's not good for a teenager because that's not what they need.
How come you think this has become a problem?
It's all over
with teenagers.
It's all over. Every drug they can access. So then I asked him, where are you guys getting this?
Yeah.
Where do you get it? He said, it's all over school.
It's all over school.
It's all over.
He's in high school.
Yep. You can buy it. You can get it free. Sometimes
in
it's
high
free.
school.
Yep.
Okay.
All over.
High school has really changed since I was there.
It's all over the place.
That's crazy.
He said, tell me which one do you want? I can get it for you.
Holy shit.
I can't even get it. But he knows where to get it at 15.
Yeah.
So do we have a problem? Yes, we do. We have a big problem.
It's here too, because I mean, I have a teenager. I deal with it, and we have it's really I would much rather be open and have a conversation with it versus hiding it under the rug and pretending it's not there.
So my son said, I need help, Mom.
Oh, shit.
I need help. I'm with people that are doing it. I've tried it. I need help.
Really?
Yeah. And then
what was that like for you as a parent?
Yeah, that's when my dad started showing up. Of course, that's what I talk in my book about parenting, right? Because my dad would have been like, "You can't do that." That's when you don't switch up to becoming the authoritative parent. I'm going to take action. I said, "Okay, let me help you. We have to start, not hanging out with you. When do you do it? How can you say no to it? Let's start practicing saying no, because it's not helping." He said, "I lost all my mood." He was a basketball player. He's a weightlifter. He's a boxer.
He's a go-getter.
He was into boxing.
Yeah.
And he slowly didn't go to boxing. And I know these signs. It's happening in front of me.
Got you.
It's like, and then when I started talking to him every day, like, let's start going back, doing this. And he would get up at 5 a.m. and go to the gym and work out on his own. I don't even have to get him up after that. But we had to have that conversation. But that conversation didn't start in 15. I always had a relationship with my son, and he saw me, how hard I worked to become where I am. So he was always appreciative of my work and ethic and my parenting and how hard I tried to give him what he needs in order to be successful. So you have to build a relationship before 15, right? It's kind of too late to start at 15. That's why I said the first 6 years of any child, if you have children, is almost important than any other years. That's when you build it. That's why he comes to me. That's why he told me. Otherwise, he wouldn't. The year before, not a year, about 6 months ago, my friend lost her son to drugs at the age of 18. And these are parents who are well-educated parents, and they couldn't save him, right, from drugs overdose. So I saw, I see a lot of kids. And for me, I worked with a lot of kids who were on drugs in the school system when I was working in the system too. So I have a radar for that. I can tell when someone's influenced by it and when they're losing that motivation. It's a different type of loss. It's sort of like it's beyond their...
It's hopelessness.
Yeah. Yeah. It's beyond. It's not a normal thing to see. And then comes depression, and then come the withdrawal, right? You can see them going up and down in their mood and everything. So from her experience, whenever I meet with her, she would say, "What could I have done to help to have my son here?" All of that is what triggered me to decide that, you know what, I have to speak about this. There's a big problem going on.
If you enjoyed what you saw, like, share, comment, and forward to someone that this will bring value to. Thank you so much for all the support. We appreciate it.